How did Mysaria know Daemon was lying? House of the Dragon explained. Spoiler warning. This video contains spoilers for House of the Dragon Season 3, Episode 4, and discusses the events surrounding Daemon, Rhaena, and Sheepstealer. One look, one question, and one secret that Daemon couldn't hide. In House of the Dragon Season 3, Episode 4, one of the most intriguing moments wasn't a dragon battle or a political confrontation. It was the moment Mysaria seemed to realize that Daemon Targaryen wasn't telling the truth. Daemon claimed he couldn't find Rhaena. He acted as though the search had failed. But Mysaria wasn't convinced. Her expression suggested she immediately sensed something was wrong. So how did she know Daemon was lying? Was it simply intuition? Or did the White Worm already know more than anyone else? Let's break it down. To understand this moment, we first have to understand Mysaria herself. She isn't a dragon rider. She isn't a knight, and she doesn't command an army. Her greatest weapon has always been information. Long before the Dance of the Dragons began, Mysaria built one of the most powerful intelligence networks in King's Landing. She survives by watching people. She notices the smallest changes in body language, tone of voice, and behavior. While others listen to words, Mysaria watches reactions. That is exactly why Daemon's lies stood out. Daemon has always been confident. Even when he hides the truth, he usually speaks with certainty. But after returning from the Vale, something about him had changed. He wasn't angry. He wasn't frustrated. He wasn't disappointed that Rhaena had supposedly disappeared. Instead, he seemed unusually calm, almost relieved. For someone who had just failed an important mission, that reaction didn't make sense. Someone as observant as Mysaria would notice that immediately. There was another clue. Daemon avoided giving specific details. Instead of explaining exactly what happened during the search, he kept his answers short and vague. People often become less detailed when they're hiding something. The fewer facts they provide, the fewer opportunities there are for someone else to expose the lie. Mysaria has spent years dealing with spies, informants, and traitors. She knows this behavior better than almost anyone. But there's an even bigger reason she became suspicious. Mysaria knows Daemon, perhaps better than anyone else. Long before Rhaenyra became queen, Mysaria and Daemon shared a complicated relationship built on trust, betrayal, ambition, and survival. She understands how his mind works. She knows that whenever Daemon breaks the rules, it's usually because he believes he's protecting someone or pursuing what he thinks is the greater good. When Daemon suddenly accepted failure without showing his usual frustration, Mysaria likely realized there was another story he wasn't telling. Many fans also believe Mysaria's own network may have played a role. Throughout the series, the White Worm has relied on informants scattered across West. Most nobles never notice. If anyone had seen Rhaena or Sheepstealer, it's possible whispers reached Mysaria before Daemon even returned. The show hasn't confirmed this, but it would certainly fit the way Mysaria has always operated. She rarely acts on assumptions alone. She prefers evidence. Another interesting detail is Daemon's motivation. Mysaria understands that Daemon isn't simply a ruthless warrior anymore. Throughout Season 3, he's shown a much stronger connection to his family, especially Rhaena. If Daemon truly found his daughter alive and safe with Sheepstealer, Mysaria would know exactly why he might hide that information. He wasn't protecting a military secret. He was protecting his child. From her perspective, the lie wasn't political. It was personal. However, that doesn't make it harmless. Rhaenyra is planning a war. Every dragon matters. Every rider matters. If Daemon keeps the existence of another dragon rider secret, it directly affects Team Black's strategy. That puts Mysaria in a difficult position. Should she remain loyal to Daemon's secret? Or should she tell Rhaenyra what she suspects? That decision could have enormous consequences. There is also another possibility. Perhaps Mysaria didn't know the entire truth. Maybe she simply knew Daemon was hiding something. Those are two very different things. She may not have known Rhaena had claimed Sheepstealer. She may only have recognized that Daemon's story didn't add up. Sometimes, experienced spies don't need all the answers. They only need to recognize when someone is being dishonest. And Daemon's behavior may have told Mysaria everything she needed to know. If Rhaenyra eventually learns that Daemon lied, Mysaria could become the person who connects all the missing pieces. Her observations may expose a secret that Daemon believed he could keep hidden. And as we all know, secrets rarely stay buried for long in Westeros. My theory is that Mysaria didn't discover Daemon's lie because of one dramatic clue. She discovered it because she knows him better than almost anyone else. She recognized the hesitation in his voice, the lack of detail in his explanation, the unusual calm after such an important mission. For a master of whispers, those small details speak louder than words. So, what do you think? Did Mysaria already know that Rhaena had claimed Sheepstealer? Or did she simply realize that Daemon wasn't telling the whole truth? Share your theory in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more House of the Dragon theories, hidden details, dragon lore, and episode 5 breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.